The translator did not show up to the meeting. So the cleaning lady said, "Let me do it, I will translate." Emily Thompson felt her heart race when she heard raised voices coming from the meeting room. She was pushing her cleaning cart through the hallway on the 22nd floor of Harrison and Associates, one of the largest import-export companies in New York City. What she didn't expect was that her life was going to completely change in the minutes that followed. "It's not possible. Not today," shouted an angry male voice from the other side of the glass door. Emily stopped pushing her cart. 3 years of working there had taught her to recognize the voice of Robert Harrison, the CEO of the company. He sounded desperate, which was very rare. "Mr. Harrison, I called every translation agency in the city. No one can send a professional right now," Sarah, the executive secretary, replied in a trembling voice. Emily slowly approached the door. Through the glass, she saw a huge oval table surrounded by men and women in elegant suits. On the other side, sitting up straight, were 5 Japanese people who seemed impatient. "This negotiation is worth $80 million, continued Robert Harrison, running a hand through his graying hair. "If we lose this contract, the company could go bankrupt." The cleaning lady observed the marked despair on the executive's face. She knew that feeling. The same despair she felt every day waking up at 4 in the morning, wondering if she would manage to save enough for the following month. "What are we going to do?" "They came specifically from Japan for this meeting," whispered Michael, the financial director. Emily took a deep breath. She hesitated for a moment, then knocked lightly on the glass door. Every gaze turned toward her. A total silence settled in the room. Robert Harrison opened the door with an expression of impatience. "Emily, this is not the time for cleaning. We have an emergency," he said, trying to be polite despite his agitation. "I know, Mr. Harrison. I heard you talking about the translator," she replied in a calm but firm voice. "I can help." A nervous laugh echoed in the room. Some executives exchanged incredulous looks. "Emily, thank you for the intention, but we need a professional Japanese translator," Sarah explained with a forced smile. "I speak Japanese," Emily said simply. Silence reigned again. Robert Harrison looked at her more attentively, as if he were seeing her for the first time in 3 years. "What do you mean you speak Japanese?" he asked, incredulous. Emily addressed the Japanese investors directly and said something in fluent Japanese. The 5 men looked at each other in surprise and responded enthusiastically in the same language. The jaws of almost everyone present dropped. Robert Harrison remained in shock for a few seconds. Dear listeners, if you like this story, feel free to leave a like and especially to subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot. As we are just starting out, let's continue. "What did you say to them?" asked the CEO, still trying to digest what he had just seen. "I said that I was an employee of the company and that I could help translate while you resolve the problem," replied Emily, remaining calm despite all the eyes fixed on her. One of the Japanese men said something in his native language and Emily translated immediately. "Mr. Tanaka says he is impressed by my mastery of the language, and that if you agree, they can start the meeting." Robert Harrison looked at the other executives who seemed as lost as he was. The situation was unprecedented, but he had no choice. "Emily, are you sure you can do this? This meeting is extremely important," he said, looking her straight in the eyes. "I am certain, Mr. Robert," she replied with a confidence that surprised everyone. "Mr. Harrison, with all due respect, we don't know Emily's level of Japanese. It's risky to entrust a negotiation of this magnitude to someone without references," whispered Linda, the human resources director, trying to be discreet. Emily heard the comment but showed no irritation. She was used to this kind of reaction. "I understand your concern, ma'am. If you allow it, I can do a test translation of a technical document," she proposed. Michael took a complex contract regarding the importation of electronic equipment and handed it to Emily. She read the document for a few minutes and began translating it into Japanese, using precise technical terms that visibly impressed the investors. One of the Japanese men asked a specific question about customs regulations, and Emily didn't just translate. She explained the procedures in detail, showing a deep knowledge of international trade. How do you know so much about import-export? Robert asked, increasingly intrigued. I pay attention when I clean the rooms. I've been listening to meetings for 3 years, Emily replied, not wanting to say too much about her past. The meeting began, and Emily stood next to the table, translating every word with impressive precision. She didn't just convert the language. She captured cultural nuances and explained context when necessary. During the presentation of the company's figures, Emily noticed a serious error in the financial data Michael was presenting. The values in yen had an incorrect decimal point, representing a difference of millions of dollars. Mr. Michael, allow me to interrupt you, Emily said politely. There is an error in the conversion. You are talking about 300 million yen, but the document indicates 30 million. Michael checked quickly and turned pale. If the error had gone unnoticed, the company would have lost a fortune. Emily, thank you for noticing that. You saved the negotiation, he said with obvious relief in his voice. The Japanese investors were impressed not only by Emily's linguistic mastery but also by her technical knowledge and attention to detail. During the coffee break, Linda pulled Emily aside. Emily, I have to know, where did you learn Japanese? She asked with sincere curiosity. It's a long story, Mrs. Linda, Emily replied, avoiding the details. Do you have training in translation? The HR director insisted. Emily hesitated before answering. I have studied languages before. Yes. This vague answer intrigued Linda even more, but Emily walked away before she could ask more questions. The meeting continued for another 2 hours. Emily translated. Complex discussions on logistics, exclusivity contracts, and market projections. Her performance was impeccable. At the end, the Japanese were visibly satisfied. The head of the delegation made a speech congratulating the company and especially the quality of the translation. Mr. Tanaka says he has rarely encountered a translator with such technical and cultural competence. He wants to know if you work exclusively for Harrison and Associates. Emily translated. Mr. Robert looked at her with the expression of someone completely reevaluating his employee. Tell him that you are our official translator, he said, improvising on the spot. Emily translated the message, and the Japanese seemed pleased. After the investors left, Mr. Robert asked Emily to stay in the room. Emily, I don't know how to thank you. You saved the company today, he said, visibly moved. I simply did my job, Mr. Robert, she replied simply. I want to make you a proposal. What if you became our official translator? I can triple your salary, he suggested. Emily remained silent for a few seconds. The offer was tempting, but she shook her head in refusal. Thank you for this proposal, but I cannot accept, she said. What do you mean you cannot accept? Asked Mr. Robert, surprised by her refusal. I have other commitments. I must keep my current schedule, Emily explained without giving too many details. Her refusal left everyone in the room perplexed. What kind of commitment could a cleaning lady have that was more important than tripling her salary? Linda decided to investigate. Over the following days, she discreetly observed Emily's hours. The employee always arrived at 4 in the morning and left at 10 at night, 10 hours of work per day. Sarah, do you know what Emily does after her shift? Linda asked the secretary. No idea. She is very discreet, Sarah replied. Michael was also curious. During a conversation in the elevator, he tried to probe Emily about her knowledge. Emily, have you studied management? Because yesterday you showed a great knowledge of international trade, he commented. I was just paying attention during meetings, she replied, avoiding the subject. But Michael was not convinced. He asked Sarah to do some discreet research on Emily's past. Meanwhile, Susan, the supervisor of the cleaning team, was annoyed by all the attention Emily was receiving. She had worked at the company for 15 years and had never received any particular recognition. Now that she's playing translator, she wants to make herself feel important, Susan whispered to the other cleaning women. The next day, Susan began creating difficulties for Emily. She doubled her tasks and sent her to clean the basement toilets, the dirtiest in the building. "Susan, why did you change my schedule?" Émilie asked. "Because I'm the boss here. Translator or not, you are still a cleaning lady," Susan replied in a provocative tone. Émilie accepted the extra tasks without complaining, but the additional effort was visibly tiring her. During lunch, she sat with John and Barbara, cleaning colleagues who had always been kind to her. "Émilie, Susan is being unfair to you," John noted. "Forget it, John. I don't want any trouble," Émilie replied. "But it's not fair. You helped the company and now you're being punished," Barbara insisted. John lowered his voice and asked, "Émilie, can I ask you a question? Where did you learn all these languages?" "What do you mean, all these languages?" Émilie asked, surprised. "Well, the other day, I heard you speaking Spanish with the delivery men. Last week, you spoke Italian with those lost clients," John explained. Barbara added, "And when those Chinese people from the administrative department came, you spoke to them too." Émilie realized she had revealed more than she thought. She had always tried to go unnoticed, but small gestures of kindness toward those who didn't speak English had betrayed her. "I just like languages," she said, minimizing the situation. But John and Barbara exchanged a look. It was obvious there was much more to Emilie's story than she was saying. The following week, an unexpected German delegation arrived to discuss an urgent partnership. Mr. Robert immediately remembered Émilie. "Émilie, can you help us again?" he asked. "Of course, Mr. Robert," she replied. The German translation was as perfect as the Japanese one. Émilie showed a knowledge of regulations and quality systems that impressed the visitors. This time, Justin, the marketing assistant, had the idea to film a few moments of the meeting for the company's social media. "A multitasking employee who represents our company," he posted on LinkedIn. The video went viral among the employees of Harrison and Associates. In a few hours, everyone in the building knew about the cleaning lady who spoke German. Dear listeners, if you are enjoying this story, feel free to leave a like and especially to subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot to get started. Now let's continue. Reactions from colleagues were mixed. Some congratulated Émilie with sincere admiration. Others began to treat her with a certain suspicion, as if she were pretending to be someone else. "Why did you never say you spoke so many languages?" asked Sandra from accounting. "No one ever asked me," Émilie replied simply. "But it's strange that a cleaning lady knows all that," commented Peter from the sales department, without realizing how prejudicial his remark was. Émilie felt the weight of the judgment, but did not let it get her down. She was used to this kind of reaction. At the end of the week, something unexpected happened. A young girl of about 10 years old appeared at the company reception asking for Émilie Thompson. "Tell my mother that Sophie is here and that she needs to speak to her urgently," she told the receptionist. The receptionist was perplexed. She didn't know Émilie had a daughter. "Émilie, there is a young girl here who says she is your daughter," the receptionist announced via the intercom. Émilie came down immediately, visibly worried. "Sophie, what are you doing here? Is something wrong?" she asked, pulling her daughter into her arms. "Mom, I saw the video. Everyone at school is talking about it," Sophie said with tears in her eyes. "What video?" Émilie asked, not understanding. "The one from the meeting. They say you are a cleaning lady and that you're pretending to be important," Sophie explained, visibly embarrassed. Émilie felt her heart tighten. She knew this moment would come. "Sophie, let's talk about it at home," she said, trying to calm her daughter. "No, Mom, stop it. Stop humiliating yourself," Sophie shouted, attracting the attention of several people in the hall. Mr. Robert, who was passing by, witnessed the scene. "Sophie, calm down please," Émilie begged, embarrassed by the situation. "You have a master's in linguistics. You were a university professor. Why are you working as a cleaning lady?" Sophie yelled, not caring about the witnesses. An absolute silence settled in the hall. Mr. Robert and others stopped to observe the argument. Emily looked around, saw all the eyes fixed on her, and made a decision. "Sophie, come with me. Let's talk," she said, pulling her daughter to a more isolated corner. But the damage was done. Everyone had heard that Emily had a university degree and had been a professor. Mr. Robert approached slowly. "Emily, I am sorry to have overheard your conversation. Would you like to talk about it in my office?" He proposed gently. Emily hesitated, but realized she could no longer avoid explanations. "Sophie, go home. We will talk about it later," she told her daughter. "Mom, I didn't want to embarrass you. I can't stand seeing you suffer anymore," Sophie whispered before leaving. In Mr. Roberts' office, Emily found herself forced to tell her story. "Emily, you shouldn't feel obliged to justify yourself. But if you wish to talk about it, I am here to listen," he said kindly. Emily took a deep breath and began. "It's true that I have a master's in linguistics. I taught at the university in Ohio for 8 years. Mr. Robert listened to her without judgment. "I came to New York City 3 years ago for my younger son, Lucas. He has a rare neurological condition that requires specialized treatment available only here." "And why didn't you look for work in your field?" he asked, sincerely curious. "I tried, but the universities here require qualifications I don't have, and recommendations I didn't possess. The selection process takes months, and I needed money immediately to fund Lucas's treatment," Emily explained. The story began to make complete sense to Mr. Robert. "The cleaning job allowed me to have a fixed income quickly. And since I work at night, I can give private online lessons during the day to supplement my income," she continued. "That's why you refused my proposal to become a translator," he concluded. "Exactly. If I changed my hours, I would lose my online students and my income would be lower at the end of the month," Emily explained. Mr. Robert was impressed by her determination. "Emily, how many hours do you sleep per day?" he asked, worried. "About 4 or 5 hours, but I'm used to it," she replied as if it were normal. "And your son's treatment, is it yielding results?" he questioned. Emily hesitated before answering. Her words were heavy with pain. "He is stable. But the doctor said there is a new experimental procedure in the United States that could help him a lot. Only it costs a fortune," she said, her voice trembling. "How much?" asked Mr. Robert. $200,000, Emily replied as if it were an impossible sum to obtain. Mr. Robert did some mental calculations. "Emily, let me make you a proposal. What if the company funded your son's treatment?" he proposed. Emily immediately shook her head. "I cannot accept charity, Mr. Robert. I am already so grateful for the work opportunity you offered me," she said with pride. "It wouldn't be charity. It would be an investment. You saved an $80 million contract. Your work is worth that and much more," he argued. "I thank you infinitely, but I cannot accept," Emily insisted. Mr. Robert understood that it was a matter of preserving her dignity. Over the following days, Emily's story spread throughout the company. Reactions were varied. Some colleagues admired her even more. Others felt embarrassed for having underestimated her. Linda called Emily for an interview in Human Resources. "Emily, I took the liberty of verifying your academic qualifications. Your CV is impressive," she said. "Thank you, Mrs. Linda," Emily replied, not knowing where this conversation was leading. "I would like to propose something. What if we created a specific position for you, International Relations Coordinator?" Linda offered. "I thank you, but as I explained to Mr. Robert, I cannot change my hours," Emily replied. "And if we offered you flexible hours? You could organize your schedule according to your needs," Linda proposed. Emily was surprised by this offer. "May I think about it?" she asked. "Of course, but Emily, the company recognizes your value. We don't want to lose you," Linda said. That same week, something unexpected happened. The Japanese investors returned for a second round of negotiations and specifically requested Emily for the translation. They said they were very impressed by your professionalism and technical knowledge, Mr. Robert informed her. During the second meeting, Emily didn't just translate but actively participated in the discussions, making suggestions on logistics and cultural adaptation of products for the American market. One of the Japanese men asked a specific question about health regulations for importing food items, and Emily replied with details that surprised even Michael, an expert in the field. "How do you know so much about health regulations?" Michael asked after the meeting. "Before teaching languages, I worked for 2 years at the Department of Agriculture in Chicago. I was responsible for analyzing import documents," Emily explained. Every revelation about Emily's past made it clear that she was far more qualified than any position in the company required. Michael had an idea and proposed it to Robert. "What if we hired Emily as a consultant? She could keep flexible hours and be paid per project," he suggested. Robert found the idea interesting. "Emily, how would you like to work with us as an international consultant? You choose the projects and organize your own schedule," he proposed. "What would the salary be?" Emily asked, being pragmatic. $15,000 per completed project, Robert replied. Emily quickly did the math. With 2 projects a month, she would earn more than her current salary while keeping her flexibility. "Can I continue giving online lessons?" she asked. "Of course. You would be our consultant, not an exclusive employee," he clarified. For the first time in 3 years, Emily smiled with genuine hope. "I accept the proposal," she said. The transformation in Emily's life was gradual but steady. As a consultant, she had time to better dedicate herself to her online courses and managed to significantly increase her income. A few months later, she managed to save enough to take Lucas to see a specialist in another part of the United States for his condition. "Mom, you did it?" Sophie said, hugging Emily when they learned that Lucas had been accepted into the experimental program. "We did it, my daughter. It was teamwork," Emily replied. Robert, moved by Lucas's progress, made a decision. "Emily, I want to make you a different proposal. What if we create a hidden talents department in the company?" he suggested. "What do you mean?" she asked. "Identify untapped skills among all the employees. You would be responsible for this project," he explained. Emily accepted the challenge and began talking to employees from every sector of the company. The discoveries were surprising. John from maintenance had technical training in electronics and helped solve recurring problems with office equipment. Barbara had been a specialized seamstress and created more comfortable uniforms for the team. Even Susan, who had been hostile toward Emily, revealed she had experience in event organization and began helping with the logistics of important meetings. "Why didn't you ever tell me about these talents?" Emily asked John. "Because no one ever asked me," he replied, echoing the words Emily had spoken months before. The Hidden Talents project became one of the company's most successful. Employees who felt underutilized found a purpose, and the company discovered valuable internal resources. Dear listeners, if you like this story, feel free to leave a like and especially to subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot to get started. Now let's continue. Lucas responded better than expected to the experimental treatment. After 6 months in another state, he returned with a clear improvement in his neurological state. Robert, "I don't know how to thank you for everything the company has done for us," Emily said on the day of Lucas's return. "Emily, you transformed our company. We showed that by looking at people beyond their job titles, we can achieve incredible results," he replied. Emily's story inspired other companies to create similar programs. She was invited to give lectures on talent valuation and inclusion in professional environments. 2 years after the first meeting with the Japanese, Emily had become one of the most respected consultants in New York City in the field of international relations. Sophie, who had initially been ashamed of her mother's work as a cleaning lady, was now proud of her family's journey. "Mom, you are my hero," she said on the day of her high school graduation. "We are a family of warriors, my daughter," Emily replied. One Monday morning, Emily walked into Harrison and Associates, no longer pushing a cleaning cart, but carrying her consultant's briefcase. In the elevator, she ran into John, who now worked as an electronics technician. "Emily, thank you for believing in me," he said. "John, the talent was always there. It just lacked an opportunity," she replied. Arriving at her office on the 22nd floor, Emily looked out the window and reflected on her journey. 3 years earlier, she was cleaning these same windows, invisible to the eyes of most. Susan knocked on the door. "Emily, can you help me with the organization of the end-of-year event?" she asked. Their relationship had improved significantly since Emily had helped Susan find her place in the company. "Of course, Susan, let's work together," Emily replied. During the planning meeting, Linda remarked, "Emily, you created a silent revolution here. People feel more valued and productive. I only looked at people as complete human beings, not as limited functions," Emily explained. Mr. Robert entered the room at that moment. "Emily, I received an interesting proposal. The Confederation of Industries wants to hire you to implement the Hidden Talents program in companies across the country," he announced. "That would be a wonderful opportunity to help more people," Emily replied enthusiastically. "But on one condition, you would remain our head consultant," Mr. Robert said, smiling. "Of course, Harrison and Associates will always be my professional home," Emily assured him. That afternoon, Emily received a special call. "Mom, I have a surprise for you," Lucas said on the phone. "What surprise, my dear?" she asked. "I passed the medical entrance exam. I want to help other children like me," he announced euphorically. Emily burst into tears of joy. All the sacrifices were worth it. At the end of the day, she walked past the room where she used to clean. It was now occupied by a team of young translators she had helped recruit. "Good evening, Dr. Emily." They greeted her respectfully. She still felt strange being called doctor, but she had learned to accept this hard-won recognition. Leaving the building, Emily met Barbara, who was now working in the uniform design department. "Emily, you have changed the lives of so many people here," Barbara said. "Barbara, sometimes opportunities are closer than we imagine. We just need to have the courage to show them," Emily replied. 6 months later, Emily was presenting the Hidden Talents program to representatives of large national companies. "What we have learned is that every employee is a complete person with a story, knowledge, and a potential that go far beyond their job title," she explained to the audience. A participant raised a hand. "Dr. Emily, how do we identify these hidden talents?" "The first rule is simple. Ask, talk to people, listen to their stories. You will be surprised by your discoveries," she replied. After the conference, several CEOs approached her to implement similar programs. Back in New York City, Emily's schedule was overflowing with consultations. She had become a national reference in talent management and professional inclusion. At home, Lucas studied medicine relentlessly. Sophie had passed the management exam and wanted to follow in her mother's footsteps in the professional world. "Mom, you transformed our family," Sophie said during dinner. "No, my daughter, we transformed together. Every challenge made us stronger," Emily replied. A year later, Lucas began an internship in pediatric neurology, specializing precisely in the condition he himself had faced. "I want to help other families like ours," he told Emily. His passion for helping other children deeply touched her. The family cycle of resilience was being fulfilled. Within the company, the Hidden Talents program had identified and developed the skills of over 200 employees. Productivity had increased, turnover was decreasing, and the work environment had become more human and welcoming. Mr. Robert called Emily for a special meeting. "Emily, I want to make you a proposal that might seem strange," he said. "Tell me, Mr. Robert," she replied curiously. "What if you became a partner in the company? You have revolutionized our way of working," he proposed. Emily remained silent for a moment. "It is an immense honor, but I prefer to remain a consultant. I have other projects I wish to develop," she replied. "What kind of project?" he asked, interested. "I want to create an organization that helps people in situations similar to the one I experienced. Qualified talents who need opportunities," Emily explained. "Count on me as a partner in this adventure," Mr. Robert proposed. 2 years later, Emily had founded the Invisible Talents Institute, an organization that connected qualified professionals in vulnerable situations with companies needing their services. The institute helped hundreds of people find dignified work in their field of training. Immigrant doctors, unemployed teachers, engineers in career transition all found new opportunities thanks to the program. Sophie had obtained her management degree and had become the executive director of the institute. Lucas was in his final year of medicine and had already been accepted into a pediatric neurology residency program in another part of the country. Mom, do you remember when I said you were humiliating yourself working as a cleaning lady? Sophie asked one day. I remember, my daughter, Emily replied. Now I understand that humiliation is not in the work we do, but in how we are treated, Sophie said wisely. Exactly. All honest work is dignified. The problem is people's prejudices, Emily confirmed. One Tuesday morning, 5 years after the first meeting with the Japanese, Emily walked into Harrison and Associates for a special consultation. The company was expanding into Asia and needed her expertise. In the elevator, she ran into a new cleaning employee, a young woman who looked shy and uncomfortable. Hello, Emily greeted her kindly. Hello, ma'am, the young woman replied, clearly intimidated. What is your name? Emily asked. Grace, she replied, surprised by the attention. Grace, how long have you been working here? Emily continued, sincerely interested. A week, Grace said. And what did you do before? Emily asked. Grace hesitated before answering. I was an English teacher, but I lost my job when the school closed. Emily smiled. Here was another hidden talent waiting to be discovered. Grace, would you like to talk with me after work? Perhaps I can help you, Emily proposed. Really? Grace asked, her eyes bright with hope. Really? My office is on the 22nd floor, Emily said. That afternoon, Emily had a long conversation with Grace about her training and experience. She discovered that she had a specialization in business English and had worked with multinational companies. Grace, I'm going to introduce you to Linda, the HR director. We have an international relations assistant position that could suit you perfectly, Emily said. But I was just hired as a cleaning lady, Grace said, confused. And? That doesn't define who you are or what you can accomplish, Emily replied. 2 weeks later, Grace had been promoted to international relations assistant and was working directly with Emily on important projects. History was repeating itself, proving that unrecognized talents were everywhere, simply waiting for someone to have the eyes to see them. One Friday afternoon, Emily was in her office when she received an unexpected call. Emily, it's Tanaka, said the familiar voice in Japanese. Mr. Tanaka, what a joy to hear your voice. Emily replied, surprised. I am calling to invite you to a special event in Tokyo. I want you to meet other American entrepreneurs working in Japan, he explained. It would be an honor, Emily replied. 3 weeks later, she was in Tokyo, representing not only Harrison and Associates, but also the Invisible Talents Institute. The event brought together American and Japanese entrepreneurs interested in cultural and professional exchanges. Your story inspired us to rethink our vision of employees, a Japanese entrepreneur declared during dinner. Emily was moved to see that her journey had inspired changes in other countries. Back in the United States, she found Lucas preparing a presentation on his research in pediatric neurology. Mom, I've discovered a possible improvement to the treatment I received, he said enthusiastically. How so? Emily asked. If we combine the therapy I followed with new medications, we can help more children, Lucas explained. Emily felt pride wash over her. The son she had fought so hard for was now working to save other children. Sophie arrived home shortly after, bringing good news about the institute. Mom, we secured a partnership with the state government. We are going to expand the program to all states, she announced proudly. How many people will we be able to help? Emily asked. We estimate that 1,000 people per year will have new work opportunities, Sophie replied. That evening, Emily sat on her terrace contemplating the stars. 5 years earlier, she was coming home exhausted after 18 hours of work, worried about being able to pay for Lucas's treatment. Now her family was united and prosperous. Her work inspired social change, and she had found her purpose in life, helping others discover and develop their talents. The phone rang. It was Mr. Robert. Emily, I have incredible news. You have been nominated to receive a tribute from the Federation of Industries for your contribution to human resources management, he informed her. It is a very great honor, Emily replied, moved. You deserve all this recognition, Emily. You have changed lives, transformed companies, and proved that the value of people goes far beyond their position, Mr. Robert said. After hanging up, Emily reflected on her journey. She had started as a university professor, had become a cleaning lady, and then one of the most respected consultants in the country. But what she was most proud of was not the titles or the awards. It was knowing that hundreds of people had found dignity and opportunity through her work. On the day of the ceremony, the entire audience stood when Emily stepped onto the stage. In the crowd were Lucas and Sophie, Mr. Robert, Linda, John, Barbara, and so many others who had been part of her journey. When I started as a cleaning lady, I wasn't humiliating myself. I was fighting for my family, Emily declared in her speech. What I learned is that we all have talents waiting to be discovered. Sometimes we just need someone who believes in us. The audience gave a standing ovation for several minutes. I dedicate this tribute to all underappreciated workers, to all mothers who fight for their children, and to all people who do not give up on their dreams, Emily continued, tears in her eyes. After the ceremony, a young woman approached her. Dr. Emily, I am a cleaning lady in a company, and I have training in accounting. Your story inspired me not to give up, she said. What is your name? Emily asked. Amelia, she replied. Amelia, give me your contact information. We're going to talk about opportunities, Emily said, already imagining how she could help her. And so the cycle continued. Emily had discovered that her greatest talent was not speaking languages or knowing international regulations. Her true gift was seeing the potential in people and helping them realize it. 2 years later, Amelia had become an accountant in a medium-sized company and a volunteer at the Invisible Talents Institute, helping others find opportunities. Lucas had become one of the leading pediatric neurology researchers in the country, developing treatments that help children worldwide. Sophie had transformed the Institute into a national organization with branches in several states, and thousands of people helped every year. And Emily continued doing what she loved most, discovering hidden talents and transforming lives. One sunny Sunday morning, she was at home preparing lunch when she received a call from Grace. Emily, you changed my life. Today, I am the head of international relations. And it all started with our conversation in the elevator, Grace said, moved. Grace, the credit is entirely yours. I simply opened a door that you walked through by your own efforts, Emily replied. After hanging up, Emily smiled. Every success of the people she had helped was like a gift she received. Lucas entered the kitchen at that moment. Mom, I just received a proposal to work in a children's hospital in another state, he said. And do you want to go? Emily asked. Yes, but not forever. I want to learn new techniques to implement them here, Lucas explained. Then go with my blessing, Emily said, hugging her son. Sophie arrived shortly after, bringing reports from the institute. Mom, we reached the goal of 1,000 people reintegrated into the labor market this year, she announced proudly. And for next year? Emily asked. We want to double that number, Sophie replied ambitiously. That afternoon, the family gathered on the terrace for lunch. Emily looked at Lucas and Sophie, now accomplished adults, and felt gratitude for the whole path traveled together. Do you know what I am most proud of? Emily asked. What, Mom? They asked in unison. That you have learned that true success is helping others achieve their goals, Emily replied. Thus, the woman who one day was seen only as a cleaning lady had become a transformer of lives, proving that a person's value is never measured by the work they do, but by the impact they have on the world. The end. Now, tell us what you thought of this story of overcoming and transformation. Do you know someone who, like Emily, had to accept jobs below their qualifications to provide for their family? Do you believe that everyone has hidden talents waiting to be discovered? Leave your comment with your sincere thoughts. Your experience may inspire others going through similar situations. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more moving stories that touch the heart.